Hey there, adventurers. Today we are here at Diagon Alley in Universal Studios, Florida. We just got done finishing our Hogsmeade tour, and here we're going to be checking out all the rides, shops, restaurants, and shows. So let's go ahead and have a great day adventure. Starting off with Hogwarts Express, I did want to mention in our previous video, we just took the train over to King's Cross Station, and at the left side of this land, this is actually going to be a train where you venture over to Hogsmeade, aka Islands of Adventure. You will need a 2-park ticket in order to ride this attraction, but there is so much on here, and it is definitely worth riding, especially going through the wall as well, like in the movies. Outside of Hogwarts Express, there's also an ATM machine where you can get some money here. But besides that, we are now here in London. Now, a little fun fact, if you remember, this actually used to be location for the Jaws area. And in fact, the entire Diagon Alley land was actually where the entire Jaws ride used to be. And as we can see, there's actually some shops out here. Not real shops, but there's Screed and Sons, a record shop. There's also a Square Station where you can go down into the subway station, which is not actually real. And then there's also the entrance into Diagon Alley where you have to just head in here and you'll find yourself in Diagon Alley. And I love how they also use this effect in Ministry Magic, but I won't say how. Also, there is a secondary entrance slash exit. There's actually a fountain, plus a night bus here where you can meet the conductor. Hello, how's it going?
Not so good. Still got no driver.
Oh, that's...
Still waiting on him. He said he was going to be back in a jiff, and it's been longer than a jiff, so...
Yeah, way longer than a jiff, man. Yeah, he not coming back, that's it. I'm telling you, we gotta find other ways.
You can use the Blue Network, get a broomstick.
Port key, don't forget about that.
If you fancy a trip to Hogwarts or Hogsmeade, you go use the Hogwarts Express. Unfortunately, no bus is out of service, unless there's something else we can help you with today.
Well, have you guys started looking for a bus driver yet?
Yeah, every time, man.
Yeah, he's somewhere in Diagon Alley.
Oh.
We've sent people in to go get him. I can find him.
Yeah, I tried to go look for him, but I don't see him anywhere.
You know what he looks like?
The bus driver.
That's all.
Yes.
That's all. He gets it. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta tell him to get it into gear, man.
Yeah. Kick him in the shins if you have to.
Alright then, well, when I see a man named Bus Driver, I will definitely go to see him.
Yeah.
His name is Ernie.
Yeah, he responds to Ern, yeah.
Oh, Ernie, okay, alright.
Yeah. He's eating a half sandwich.
Yeah. That's the one.
Maybe he's in Leaky Cauldron.
Maybe under a table or something.
Yeah. Maybe it's Sleepy Cauldron for him, you know.
Who knows, maybe he went back all the way to Paris. I don't know.
But Paris?
I don't know.
It's a long ways for an old man.
Are you talking about Paris now?
Well...
You're gonna... I don't trust him now to find the driver. He's gonna go look in Paris.
I don't know. I'll try to find him for you guys though.
All right, Mom.
You have a great day. Take care.
Cheers, bro. Yeah. Cheers. This is what 5 minutes.
See you.
Outside, there's also a merch shop. Also outside, there is a merch cart where you can get all sorts of plushes and water bottles. And outside, there's even a food stand where they serve hot dogs, jack of potatoes, shepherd's pie jack potato, crisp, juice, water, and beer. Now, as soon as we enter Diagon Alley, we can see this entire land. Oh my goodness. Never fails to amaze me because you have all these shops, stores, restaurants, and in the center you have Gringotts Bank with the dragon itself, and it's so cool. I mean, wow. It's also cooler at night seeing the dragon, because at night, dragon also breathes fire during then, and it is absolutely amazing. But first things first, we have to talk about the first shop, which is Leaky Cauldron. They serve fish and chips, banger sandwich, especially chicken sandwich, bangers and mash, shepherd's pasty pie, fisherman's pie, and more food items in here. And they also serve breakfast until 10:30 with pancakes, American breakfast, eggs, and more. There's also Nocturn Alley, but before we head into there, let's first see all of these shops in here. Here inside Madame Malkin's Robes for All Occasions, there's all sorts of clothes in here, from merchandise, robes, to even dresses as well. There's also Shutterbutton's photography studio, where you can get your very own pictures and videos inside this photo studio. But if you want some videos, it will be $85. And while the photos are free, if you don't have the package, then it will be $42 per picture. And also, they require reservations in advance. Either way, we're going to go ahead and see the last shop, which is going to be an ice cream parlor. And nearby the two wand spell locations, there is Florine Fortescue's Ice Cream Parlor, where you can get all sorts of ice cream, including butterbeer ice cream. And now we are heading into Nocturn Alley. Plus, there is some lighting in here with dark clouds that are gloomy. I will say, as said in the video before, I haven't seen any of these new wand spells, so this is all new to me. Very interesting. Then there's also Borgin and Burke's shop, where here you can see all sorts of Death Eater merchandise and all sorts of merchandise themed to Deathly Hollows. Where inside the shop, this is all themed to dark arts, and you can even see some Wonder posters of Bellatrix Lestrange for $289. Plus, there's also some proclamations from the Ministry themselves. There's also the Vanishing Cabinet, and according to this nice team member, you can even hear a bird inside as well. But I think now it's time we head out of here. I will say, this is actually a nice place to go here in case it rains or if it's very hot, since it's a nice shaded area where you can just sit back and enjoy the dark atmosphere. And nearby Borgin Burke's, there is also public conveniences. Again, as said before, definitely not going there because privacy reasons. However, you can also see two wand locations, one with the lights and one with an umbrella right here. On top of that, there is the Fountain of Fair Fortune. Inside, you can get all sorts of drinks, including butterbeer and other alcoholic beverages as well. Outside of the Phoenix wand spell location, there is the Magical Menagerie store. Inside here, you can see all sorts of Fantastic Beasts plushes, as well as some other merchandise as well, from Nifflers to even Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure merch, as well as some owl plushes in here. Plus, on top of that, there's a snake. Yeah, we're leaving this area. Inside, as soon as you enter Ollivander's workshop, there's one person chosen to see if they have the perfect wand. And afterwards, you exit through the gift shop, where you can see all sorts of wands that you can purchase. And now it is officially time. We head inside Gringotts Bank to take a ride into Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. Inside, you are walking into Gringotts Bank as you are led on a tour that is eventually disrupted by Bellatrix, and soon you are encountered by Harry, Ron, Hermione, encounter trolls, and see Lord Voldemort. So with this attraction, this is part simulator, part roller coaster, and it is definitely worth the wait. So, before we head inside, let's go ahead and grab a locker and we're going to head inside, escape from Gringotts.
The oldest wizarding families have stored their valuables here for centuries.
Also, you can get your very own ID for the security processing if you're in a standby. It's really cool. At the end, they do give you your very own card. Plus, there is some newspapers where this is set during Deathly Hallows, after events of Half-Blood Prince, where we can see Dumbledore's obituary on the newspaper. Severus Snape is now new headmaster of Hogwarts, and we're now heading into Gringotts Bank the same day that Harry, Ron, and Hermione are about to break in and steal the Horcrux. Also, some more newspapers from the Daily Prophet. Also, we can see Harry, Ron, and Hermione in their disguises over there. And now we're heading into our first pre-show room up ahead.
I'm supposed to take you down to see the horse. Let me just get close. What was that?
They're Weasley's wildfire whiz bangs. Fireworks from my brother Fred and George.
George, what are you doing here?
This is my office, Dad. The question is, what are you doing here?
I was about to show our new clients the ball. I'll just get the keys.
All you have to do is ask. Have your keys.
How did you get here? We haven't seen you.
Don't let me keep you from your tour. I just need to pick up a few things and I'll be on my way. You haven't seen me. Actually, if you don't mind, I'll join you on the tour. We can all do it together. I'll make sure your cards.
But what are we talking about? Let's get moving. Now, listen to me. The password to your desk will take you to a pair of lifts. The lifts will take you down to the car station. There you will board a car for the journey to the vaults of New Gringotts. We'll see you down there. You clear off now. My patience is running thin.
And as soon as you exit Escape from Gringotts, there is Wiseacre's Wizarding Equipment. Here, there's all sorts of Butterbeer season merchandise and backpacks, Hogwarts merch, and more. And we just got off of Escape from Gringotts. As usual, Escape from Gringotts is an absolutely incredible roller coaster slash simulator hybrid, where even though it was from 2014, it is still one of the best screen rides here at Universal because of how thrilling and fun it is. And I know I said the same about Hagrid's, but in case of Escape from Gringotts, queue is absolutely amazing. One of the best queues in Universal. And overall, I feel like Escape from Gringotts is a great ride that you should definitely check out if you're coming here, especially if you're looking for a coaster that's not too intense. But next up, we're going to go ahead, check out the rest of the shops, and see a few shows next. As for the dragon here at Gringotts Bank, it breathes fire every 10 to 15 minutes. And it's so cool to see as usual, because every time you're in here, you usually hear a growl from the dragon, and all of a sudden, it breathes fire, and it's amazing. Also, I should probably note before we head out of here, I wanted to say when it comes to Escape from Gringotts, if you don't really care about the overall queue or pre-shows, then absolutely do the single rider line, because today there was hardly nobody in line. And if I was just doing a regular video instead of a whole ultimate tour, then I would absolutely do a single rider line. But because we're doing a whole tour, I kind of wanted to get the standby line as well, since we've done every ride with standby. While we're walking down here, there's a few locations where you can cast some spells, and you can also grab a drink at Eternal's Elixir of Refreshments, where you can get some drinks here. There's also a stroller parking where it's called pram parking. Interesting. Also, there is the Gringotts Money Exchange, where here you can get some Gringotts banknotes and even see a goblin working in here. It's so cool seeing the goblin, although I heard that it's not as interactive as it was before, but it's still so cool to see. Now nearby both the Butterbeer Bar and Gringotts Money Exchange, there is the stage for two shows that happen during the day. There's Celestine Warbeck and the Banshees, where Celestine Warbeck and her Banshees sing all sorts of tunes. And there's also Tales of Beal the Bard, where storytellers come on stage and recount the tales of Beal the Bard with special effects and puppetry. And I gotta say, these two shows are amazing, so let's go ahead and see them now.
There were once three brothers who were traveling along a lonely, winding road at twilight. In time, the brothers reached a river too treacherous to pass, but being learned in the magical arts, they simply waved their wands and made a bridge.
And he felt cheated because travelers usually drowned in the river, but death was cunning. He pretended to congratulate the three brothers upon their magic, and said that each should earn the prize for having been clever enough to evade him.
The oldest brother, who was a combative man, asked for a wand more powerful than any in existence. A wand that must always win duels for its owner.
Then the second brother, who was an arrogant man, decided he wanted to humiliate death still further, and asked for the power to recall others from death. So Death picked up a stone from the riverbank and gave it to him.
Finally, Death turned to the third brother. A humble and wise man, he did not trust Death, so he asked for something that would enable him to go forth from that place without being followed by Death.
But that very night another wizard crept upon the oldest brother as he lay upon his bed, whereupon he stole the wand and with it the brother's life.
To his amazement and his delight, the figure of the girl he had once hoped to marry before an untimely death appeared at once before him. Yet soon she turned sad and cold, for she did not belong in the mortal world. Driven mad with hopeless longing, the second brother took his own life, so as surely to join her.
Death searched for many years, but he was never able to find him. He then greeted Death as an old friend and went with him gladly, departing this life as equals.
Next up, there is Globus Mundi Travel Agents, where in this store, this is located across from the stage, and in here you can get all sorts of Harry Potter themed merch, and I gotta say, this is all so cool. You can see 2 broomsticks on top. There's also some Hogwarts Express merchandise. There's also a bag where it says for one-way travel, London to Hogwarts. A coaster set. There's also night bus merchandise and more. All in here. Plus we can see some times, like in Berlin, Tokyo, Sydney, and all around the world. There's also the office on top, along with travel information as well. For the next destination, there's the Hopping Pot Bar, where it serves all sorts of beverages, from alcoholic beverages, butterbeer, and more. There is also some more wand spots where you can cast some spells here, including right there, and even with this fountain as well. Plus, this is their own version of the Outpost here in Diagon Alley. Although, when it comes to this outpost, you cannot actually send any mail here, since that is only for Hogsmeade. Now, before we head over to the last 3 stores, there is Wands by Gregovich, which has all sorts of wands available. There's also an exit from Diagon Alley. But before we head out of here, there is 2 more shops. In fact, there is Sugar Plums, which serves all sorts of sweet treats, including chocolate frogs, Birdie's box beans. There's even some other desserts as well, including some fudge and more, all in here. Plus, there's also Weasley's Wizard Wheezes, which has all sorts of merchandise, from joke gifts, where there's a robot Lilliput, decoy detonator. There's also some more Weasley's Wizard Wheezes merchandise, as well as an exploding snap, jackets, and plenty of other gifts that you can get in here. There's also quality Quidditch supplies, which has all sorts of Hogwarts themed merchandise, from houses including Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Gryffindor, and Slytherin. There's also some blankets, as well as bags and more, all in here. And plus, there's also Golden Snitch, the Quidditch game. Now, I haven't seen this before. Interesting. And that's going to be a wrap on our adventure here at Diagon Alley, and even Hogsmeade as well. Whenever I can get to Epic Universe, I will absolutely 100% do a whole tour on Ministry of Magic. But now it is up to you. Let me know in the comments down below. What is your favorite land out of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter? Diagon Alley, Hogsmeade, or is it even Ministry of Magic? I'd love to know. But really, overall, we had a fun day today. Besides Hogsmeade, we also got to see Diagon Alley, got to ride Gringotts, saw all sorts of amazing things around, got to see plenty of stores and shops, and overall, had a fun day. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.